Hey everybody, it's Tyler Strike from Tennis with Tyler, and today we're going to be going over the takeback for the forehand and the backhand. Too many players, they have trouble with hitting their forehand and backhand ground strokes because they don't take the racket back properly. They either lack the takeback or they take it back way too much. So again, the first thing that players do for the forehand is that they go like this. They go, the ball's coming, and they take the racket like this. When you take a racket back, not enough, as you can see, like this, you're not going to have power. You're not going to have momentum. So it's going to be super hard to get the ball over the net. For the backhand, if I take the racket back like this, think I have no momentum, I have to use all my arms and all my strength. It's going to, number one, give myself tennis elbow, but number two, it's going to make me probably miss the ball super long or hit them super short because, again, I don't have any leverage. Now, okay, I'm not doing that, Tyler, but I'm still not taking it back properly. If that's you, it's probably because you take the racket back too much. So where other players go wrong is that they take the racket all the way back to the point that, can you see the racket? I'm exaggerating now. Not like this. No one takes it back like that. At least I hope not. But they take the racket back like this, way behind them, to the point that if you film yourself hitting, you can see it behind you. If you film yourself hitting, you can see the racket behind your body. Same thing for backhand, one-hander or two-hander. They're taking it back this way. Again, I'm taking it back this way. Those players, they're thinking that they're taking the racket back and around. So the racket's going back and it's going around. No, it is just straight back. I like to tell all my students with the take back, think that someone's behind you. It's like a relay race and you're passing them the baton. Pretend I'm passing the baton or the racket to you, right? Ready? Here we are. I'm going to take the racket back. Here we are. Take it. And you're going to take it, right? Here we are for the backhand. Here we are, guys. Take it. I want you to take it. Take it. Come on. Let's go, right? That is the take back. When you take the racket back, you just want to take it straight back. You're not taking it back and around. So great way to ensure that you're taking the racket back for the two-handed or the one-handed backhand is when I take this racket back, look, boom, here we are, take the racket back. My strings are facing to the side. The tip of the racket is facing backwards. Again, when I take this racket back, boom, here we are. My strings are to the side. The tip of the racket is facing backwards, okay? It's not here. My strings aren't facing this side. Tip's not backwards. It's not back here. Strings aren't facing to the side again. Same thing with the forehand. When I take the racket back, here we are. Strings are to the side. Now, tip of the racket, it could be facing backwards or it could be facing upwards. If you're more of a WTA forehand where your elbow's a little bit in, it could be facing backwards like this. If you're more of an ATP with your elbow up, it could be facing upwards or to the side. But either way, strings are back. Again, too many players, they're like this or they're like this. So we went over the improper and the proper takeback. Now, this leads into another thing. If you ever feel like you're struggling with the ball getting too close to you, it's not about the actual takeback, it's about when you hit it. If you wait to take the racket back too long, think the ball's coming, you're taking your racket back, and then boom, you're late every single time. Same thing for the backhand. The ball's coming, boom, I'm too late, I can't hit it, right? You need to take your racket back before the ball even crosses the net. So as soon as you feed me the ball, as soon as my brain recognizes that's a forehand, boom, I'm right here. As soon as my brain recognizes that's a backhand, boom, I'm right here. I'm taking my racket back the first thing I do. Now think, the racket's back, the ball's coming, and now guess what? Boom, now it's out in front when I hit. So don't just think about the take back. We first went over the proper take back. You got to do that. But then also you need to make sure that you have the proper timing. You take that racket back first thing. I like to tell all my students that it's the racket back and then move. It's not move, then the racket back. Too many players, they move to the ball and then they take their racket back and they're late. No, watch this. First thing, boom, racket back. And now I can move to the ball and then I hit. I'm not a car guy, but when you're driving a car, if you're still driving gas, everyone's driving Teslas these days, if you hit the gas, right, and you're neutral, you're not going, right? You're not going anywhere. You are hitting neutral and you're not going anywhere. The only time you can go anywhere is when you put the car in drive or when you take the racket back. You're putting yourself in drive and now you can move to the ball and the hit. Last thing that I want everyone to leave watching this video, so we ensure that we have 100% the proper take back. By taking the racket back, I just want to clarify, by taking the racket back, I want you to watch what it's doing with my body. By taking my racket back, it's also ensuring that my body is properly turned. So again, by taking your racket back, now I want you to notice my body, where my hips facing. Shakira, Shakira, hips don't lie, right? Hips are facing to the side. Now, if we're doing open stance, okay, then you're still going to turn a little bit, but by taking your racket back properly, that's going to align your hips properly. And now when you swing, your hips are going to be facing forward. So rackets back, take the racket back, but then also again, make sure that your hips are facing to the side so you're in that proper position. Now what we're going to do, and I invite you to keep on watching, we are going to be demonstrating some of the tips that I've went over. We have our slinger bag over here. And again, we're going to be going over the proper take back. I'm going to be showing you guys the improper take back, how I'm getting super close, and then the proper take backs, how my body's turned, my hips are turned sideways, and then I am proceeding through my shot. Make sure to stay tuned. There's do. They take the racket back like this. We already went over that. So even if I get it in, I have to squeeze the racket super hard. I'm hurting my arm. And also, again, I'm either going to pull it super long for the most part, or I'm going to pull it super short because I have no momentum. Same thing for the backhand. So I'm going to super long or short, or my balls are just going to go over, but with no momentum, right? They're going to I'm never going to be able to hit a bigger ball than that. Another thing, people come around too much. Notice when I come around the ball, I may be able to make some in, but if you come around and take your racket back, like we said, you're never going to be able to hit a down the line ball. Again, if I come around the ball, I'm never going to be able to hit a down the line ball. I'm always going to pull cross court. So I want to take that racket back and turn the body. Give that racket to you guys, right? And then turn my body. Give that racket to the person behind me and then turn. Again, by turning my racket, I also turn my body as well when I hit. Give the racket back, strings are to the side for the backhand, right? We went over strings to the side, and then I'm going to hit. Strings to the side, and then I'm going to hit. Hopefully I'll keep my head down. Oh, that was bad. Here we are, let's do one more. Strings to the side, and then I'm going to hit elbows up. Strings to the side, then elbows up. Here we are, strings to the side, elbows up, strings to the side, and then again, elbows are up every single time. So again, make sure when you guys are hitting, you guys always take your racket back here, not back here or here, as you guys could see in the video that I was missing and the reason why I was missing. If you take it back like this, you're going to not hit pace or it's going to hurt your arm. And if you take it back way too much, you're going to pull it wide every single time. So I hope everyone enjoyed this video. Now you know how to take the racket back properly, when to take the racket back, and also you know the two components of the take back, which is your racket and your body. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, please let me know in the comments below. I put a link to the description of the step-by-step serve method that anyone can learn how to hit a serve. I also put a link to my ebook, Instantly Improve My Serve. If you want all the tips, all the tricks, every single thing that you need to know, download this interactive ebook. You spend thousands of dollars and watch hours on videos, just get this book and fix your serve. Have a good one, guys. Make sure to follow me on the Instagram. That link's in there as well. And I'll see you next time on court.